Breaking news, this just in, Coach Prime is out as head coach of the Colorado Buffs after 19 players had a mass exodus entering into the transfer portal this past week. I'm joking. But if you look around and you ask the media, that's how it feels. That Coach Prime was out of a job or could be out of a job, that he doesn't know what he's doing because a few guys went into the transfer portal. Come on now. Everybody needs to take a little bit of the Aaron Rodgers. Relax. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Stephen Shelton Walker. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's talk about Coach Prime and all of the news that has been happening this past weekend. And is it really that bad? I don't think so. So it is no secret so far that Coach Prime has lost 19 plus players into the transfer portal in the last 72 hours, and people are having themselves a heyday about it. People are taking advantage, saying, see, it's Coach Prime's energy, it's his attitude, it's the him show, it's the Coach Prime show. Kids are sick of it. They see their kids getting all the treatment, blah, blah, blah. Hey, the list goes on and on and on. And some of it may be true from a player here and there. That's just fact. They may not like what's going on. We all knew that. That was part of it. That happens at every school currently. Even with Saban, with Kirby, with Billy, all of them. So why the mass freak out? Why are the shots coming over the bow? Why is everybody pounding on Coach Prime and taking advantage of this lull right now to really bury him? He's a peacock. You got to let him fly. He has been flaunting around, strutting his stuff for the past few months, saying, you think you're going to get what I'm going to get? You know what I'm saying? So when you have somebody that acts like that has a bodacious personality, okay, the moment they have a lull, people are going to attack. They're going to nibble at the heels. They're going to bite at the wrist. That's just human nature. They want to kick you while you're down. And it may not even be that you're down, but the perspective is that a negative is happening because people are leaving. Coach Prime could have went to every single one of those kids and yo, get on my locker. You ain't Louis. But we're never going to know that. The narrative is going to be driven by the media. And right now, the media hasn't been a big fan of what Coach Prime is doing. Most of the people, we've seen them on this show. I get a lot of flack for the support of Coach Prime. That just is what it is. But here's where I think the big thing is. Let's look at numbers. Let's look at facts, okay? These kids that are leaving, 19-plus transfer portals, they played on a 1-11 football team, ladies and gentlemen. 1-11. Now, it sounds like a knock to the kids, and a little bit it is. Probably a lot of it was down to coaching, but Coach Prime's not there to go 1-11, okay? He's there to make waves. These kids we're not there making waves. We're not going to cut it. And it's weird. We have a memory of a goldfish, which we'll also forget this past week here shortly, but we forget that just 2 or 3 months ago, Coach Prime had one of the highest ranking transfer portal classes for 2023 because he brought in 25 plus players. You don't go get 25 plus players and not expect people to follow suit and to leave, right? Alabama had 20 plus leave in December. Florida had 20 plus leave in December. Neither one of those schools brought in the same amount coming back in. Now, they probably had a little more depth that was established through their recruiting classes compared to Colorado, so they need to bring in that much. But I don't know what the panic is. Can you pick through and go back and forth and say, well, that guy's really good and he shouldn't have left? And yes, absolutely. The only real negative news, in my opinion, this weekend for Coach Prime and the Buffs was Juwan Johnson decommitting. He was one of your top recruits for the 2024 class. He got the energy going for this year. He was one of the big recruits that everybody was looking at between LSU and Florida. Coach Prime got the first W over 2 SEC schools, and now he has decommitted and set official visits up to Florida and LSU. That one stinks. But that's part of it. That's the name of the game that's going to happen. With how much energy Coach Prime brings, with all that he's doing, people are going to utilize that to their advantage as well. And so you should expect, as a Buffs fan, to see a lot more of this, in my opinion. But the biggest thing is, like I mentioned earlier, everybody needs to relax. I think Buffs fans are getting a little over defensive. They're pretty new to this sport here. They haven't been watching a long time. They're all in because of Coach Prime. Love it. I'm here for it. So they're a little unweary of what's going on. The transfer portal itself is a whole new territory. Nobody really knows what's going on. Everybody wants to try to do what's best for them, especially these kids. Right now, the grass is greener on the other side, okay? And it's new and it's fresh, and they don't want to be sitting on the other end thinking, dang, should I have done something? Would I have missed out? Once we have a year or two of this and kids realize, okay, it's not as sweet as it sounds, this free agency thing isn't as a hot commodity as it appealed to be, as it once was. I think all of this will slow down, but it's new, it's fresh, And again, Coach Prime has been vocal. He has been adamant that he is bringing Louis, and if you don't like it here, you're not going to work out, go into the portal. We saw this coming. Don't act like we didn't see it coming. It was expected. And all these guys that left after the spring game, again, the portal opened this weekend. That was one, so it wasn't like it was a coincidence. Two, some of them saw the field, so it was an opportunity that their stock was at its highest that it will be because people actually saw them play, and they haven't seen them probably play for a while because high school was a long time ago. And again, they've got a short window before it closes to enter them to the portal. So it seems like all these kids are just like got together and rallied around and said, hey, let's all leave. That's not how it worked. They went and played their game, saw how they were going to fit into the system, play on the football field, and then obviously went from there. And again, I'm not saying that some of the kids don't like the culture. I'm not saying that some of the kids probably didn't like what Coach Prime was doing and didn't feel like they fit in. That's probably a big part of it as well, too. But it's not as big as what people are making it out to be. So make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Love to hear from you guys. And make sure you guys turn the bell on, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.